get out of here. What am I doing here? I've got to get out of this house. How could I have broken in here? All because of this stupid thing. Did they hear that? No. You come here. Is he going to kill her? Am I actually going to stand here and listen to a murder?
The Witness by R.L. Stine.
Okay, Roxie. Care to make a little bet?
Oh, no way. If I bet you, you won't let me win a single game. Come on, Ursula, it's getting hot. We only have the court for an hour.
A $5 bet. I'll play into the sun just to make it competitive.
Yeah, what a sport. Hey, why can't we ever just play a relaxed, friendly game?
Sure, relaxed, friendly game for $5.
Right.
Roxie Nelson watched her friend Ursula Nordquist walk to the far side of the court. Ursula moved in long, graceful strides. She had a white streak of sunscreen on the back of one of her long, perfect legs. As soon as she arrived at the tennis courts, she had rubbed the cream over every inch of her pale skin. Ursula always looks like some sort of Norwegian snow princess, Roxie thought, even in this blazing heat. Roxie had dark features, brown hair, and dark brown eyes, and her skin tanned easily. She was short, one of the shortest in her class, and her figure could only be described as boyish.
Ursula's so competitive. She likes to be the best at everything. Maybe that's why she keeps me around as her best friend. Well, at least she's got a sense of humor. Otherwise, I'd have to kill her.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Volley for serve.
Oh, heck, Ursula, why don't you just serve?
No, go on. Let's try it again.
You're so kind. Oof. Oof.
Getting better.
Oh.
3 or 4 more tries and you'll get it over the net.
Oh, ha-ha. Oof.
All right. Okay, you're served.
Ursula won the first set easily. She barely had to move, while Roxie had to dart and lunge from one side of the court to the other, getting more and more hot with every move. After 4 games, Roxie was just starting to serve again when Ursula held up her hand.
Time out. Let's have a break. I need some water.
Me too.
So where's Terry? What's he doing this summer? Hanging out at the beach?
He started working today at his father's store.
At the fish store? Yuck. You're gonna need a new boyfriend. He'll smell. Every time you kiss him, you'll think you're kissing a dead halibut.
Oh, don't worry. He's just delivering for them. He says he won't smell too bad. Let's just hope he's right.
It wasn't just his summer job that bothered Ursula. She just didn't like Terry, and she said so. She always complained that he was too loud and crude, too stuck on himself. Roxie decided that maybe Ursula was a little jealous because Roxie had a steady boyfriend, and she didn't.
Ursula, are you getting a job this summer?
I can't. I might break a nail. Seriously, I'm working a couple mornings a week at school, in the office.
Doing what?
The principal's office is transferring all their files to computer. I'm helping keyboard the stuff. It's real boring, but, well, $6 an hour.
Maybe I'll see you there. I'm taking a course in summer school.
In what?
French, of course. I'm hopeless in French. I really need the extra classes. Hi, you guys. Maybe I'll see you later. Have fun. Hey, come on, Ursula. Let's play one more set. This time, I'll cream you.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Heading back to the court, Roxie wished she was going to the beach. Sure, Treasure Beach wasn't the most beautiful swimming place in the world. It had a lot more rocks and pebbles than sand. That's why the town was called Rocky Shores. And it was on the Sound, not the ocean, so the waves weren't good for surfing. But it was a perfect meeting place for all the kids from Jackson High School, and it was perfect for meeting kids from other towns. Kids staying in the rented cottages and small tourist inns and motels that dotted Dune Road. At night, the beach became a romantic meeting place. Ghetto blasters blared. Kids gathered on blankets or around small fires to laugh and to party. In the winter, Rocky Shores was pretty boring and isolated, but Roxie loved it in the summer.
Ursula, maybe we should go to the beach. It has to be cooler than here.
No way! The water's too cold. It's only June. I never go in until the end of July.
I can't see it. It's right in the sun. I can't see it.
Roxie, are you okay?
Oh, my arm. I think I pulled it.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh.
I'm sorry. My fault.
Oh, it's okay. I'll be all right. Oh, I think I just pulled my back a little, too.
Roxie!
Huh?
Hey, Roxie!
Hey, it's Shauna.
Help me!
Yeah, what's the matter with her?
Roxie!
Shauna!
Gotta help me.
Shauna, what happened? You're covered in blood.
Lee!
He cut you.
No, he...
Oh, Shauna, take it easy. Now, what did Lee do?
He broke up with me.
Oh, God, you're bleeding.
Yeah, I can't believe I was such a jerk. I did it to myself. We were out in his boat, and I tried to hit him. He moved out of the way, and my arm hit a blade on the outboard motor.
Hey, we've got to stop that bleeding. Are you sure Lee didn't hurt you? I've heard he has a real temper.
Tell me about it.
Well, didn't Lee see you were bleeding? Why didn't he help you?
I didn't let him. I was so upset and angry. I just turned and ran off the dock. I was running home, and then I saw you
Wait.
two
We should get you to emergency. Ursula has her new car here.
Yes.
See the white convertible over there in the parking lot?
Yeah, thanks. You have to promise not to bleed in the car. It's got white seats.
Oh, you're a real pal, Ursula.
Here's my bandana. Just wrap it around your wrist.
They piled into the car and headed to North Shore General Hospital in the next town. Shauna in the front seat beside Ursula, Roxie alone in the back. With the wind blowing her dark hair like a pennant behind her, Roxie tried to hear the girls' conversation in front. But all she could make out, above the roar of the wind, was Shauna saying over and over, "I can't believe he broke up with me."
Lee Blume's an odd kind of guy. Maybe Shauna's better off without him. But nobody could say he isn't handsome. Moody and sullen, but handsome. So tanned and slim and athletic. Glistening black hair. And those dark, soulful eyes. He has a tiny silver ring in one ear and a tiny white scar on his chin. I wonder where he got that. And he always wears a cap. A blue and silver shark's cap. Never takes it off. Kind of like he hides under it. Just like he hides behind his soft voice. He never shouts. I can't even remember seeing him smile. Maybe he never smiles. Yeah, there's just something about him. I'd like to get to know him better. At least he's somebody new and different. All the rest of the guys around here I've known since I was in kindergarten. Like Terry. Terry couldn't be more unlike Lee. Big and funny and loud. No mystery at all to Terry. What you see is what you get. I've known that since I started dating Terry 8 months ago. 8 months? Wow, I can't believe it.
Everyone thinks Lee is so quiet. They haven't seen his temper tantrums the way I have.
I wouldn't mind seeing his temper tantrums. Yeah. I'd really like to get to know Lee Blume.
Ursula pulled her car up at the emergency entrance of the tall red brick hospital. And in a matter of minutes, Shauna was being looked after by a doctor, and the color began coming back into her cheeks. 2 days later, Roxie and Ursula were walking along the beach in the late afternoon sun. Carrying their sandals, they strolled close to the shore, their bare feet sliding over the smooth pebbles, the cold water lapping at their ankles. Roxie had on a sleeveless white T-shirt over white denim cutoffs. Ursula wore a white shirt tied at her waist over her pale blue bikini. Behind them, the sun hovered low over the dark rock cliffs.
Oh, I talked to Shauna this morning.
Oh, yeah, how's she doing?
Fine. Guess who she's going out with this Saturday?
Who?
Barry Walker.
Busy girl. Guess she's gotten over Lee.
I guess so. Speak of... Do you see who I see?
What?
Over there, on the dock by the swimming area.
Oh, Lee.
Yeah. He's staring at us. Lee!
Hey, Lee!
Standing on the dock, Lee didn't smile as the girls approached. He simply adjusted the shark's cap over his dark hair and stood there, waiting. Beside the dock, and a few feet below it, Lee's long, thin little yellow boat bobbed in the water. Often when she came to the beach, Roxie used to watch Lee scooting around the bay in this boat and wish she could be out there with him, slapping over the waves. It looked like fun. Roxie knew Terry didn't like the beach. She would never get out on the water with him. He had red hair and fair skin, and he was always afraid of getting sunburned. Roxie and Ursula stepped onto the wooden dock, and the platform bobbed in the water.
Shaking.
Hi, Lee. Nice day.
Hi.
The water's a little choppy.
I like your boat. Is it, plastic?
Fiberglass.
All right. What do you call a boat like that?
Some people call it a cigarette boat.
Yeah, I guess it is sort of cigarette-shaped. Is it yours?
My dad gave it to me for my birthday.
Oh, that's great.
Want to ride?
No?
Why not? I was just going to take her out.
Oh,
There's room for you, too, Roxie.
Oh, no. Oh, I couldn't. Maybe. Okay, thanks. He thinks I'm a total jerk. I might as well throw myself off the dock and drown right now.
Here, take my hand.
Oh, thanks. Whoa.
Okay, you sit in the back, Roxie. Sorry, your seat's a little wet. You okay up here in front of me?
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great!
Excellent.
The boat headed for the open water. Off to their right, the red sun had nearly lowered itself to the rock cliffs. Roxie looked back to see the beach receding in the distance.
It's so beautiful. All alone out here. Oh, the setting sun dancing on the water. The waves sparkling like bright rubies. And the spray feels so good on my face. So cool. Lee looks cool, too. He just stares straight ahead, one hand on the motor, the other holding on to his precious shark's cap. I never realized how muscular Lee is. He must work out a lot. Hey, you stopped.
What's up, Lee?
It's just conked out. It's totally dead.
What?
We're drifting out to open sea.
What?
Can't you get it started again, Lee?
It's totally dead.
But do you think someone can see us out here?
I don't know. Sun's going down.
Help! Help!
Roxie, there are no other boats out here anyway. There were two over there just a little while ago, but they've disappeared. It'll be completely dark in a few minutes.
And the wind's blowing us further out.
Gotcha.
What? You mean?
Jerk. Like to play mean trick?
You bet. I'm mean. I'm a real mean dude.
Roxie began to relax again as the boat headed back to shore. That was really a dumb joke, she thought. She wanted to forget the whole boat ride as soon as possible, but she couldn't. Later, when things turned ugly and frightening, Lee's words kept coming back to her.
I'm mean. I'm a real mean dude.
Next morning after French class, Roxie met Ursula in the school office. Her friend was sitting behind a long counter, staring hard at her computer.
Hi.
Oh! Hi, Roxie. What's up?
Are you alone in here? Where's everybody?
The two others are at lunch. There are 3 of us keyboarding the files. Well, at least it's cloudy today. I don't feel too bad about not being at the beach. How's French?
Oh, about the same. Terrible. What's this? You have Lee Blume's file?
Yeah, I'm just, checking out his address. He lives on Seabreeze, a few blocks from the Pine Woods.
I know where it is. What, you thinking of dropping by?
Just thought he might like to buy some Girl Scout cookies.
You're not a Girl Scout.
So? You like him, don't you, Roxie?
Yeah, he's okay.
What would Terry say?
Terry and I went to the movies last night.
Did you tell him we were stranded out in Lee's boat last night?
Actually, I didn't mention it.
Because you're hot for Lee's bod.
Oh, don't be crude.
I'm crude and lewd. What if I tell Terry you're hot for Lee's bod?
Not funny, Ursula.
But what if I do?
I'll tell everyone you're not a natural blonde.
But I am!
Yeah, but who will people believe, you or me?
You know, sometimes you surprise me, Roxie.
Is that a compliment?
How about a bet? I bet I could get a date with Lee before you.
Not another bet.
Why not?
But wait a minute. Maybe this is one bet I could win. Anyway, it'd be fun to try.
Well, Ursula, I don't know.
Let's make it a good one. How about $50?
Are you kidding? No way.
Tell you what, if you go out with Lee before me, I'll pay the $50 and I'll help tutor you in French for the rest of the summer.
Oh, well, that's kind of tempting. Hey, what am I saying?
What?
That could be the shortest bet in history. You call Lee up, you ask him out, he says, yes, I'm out $50.
Right.
Well, it isn't a fair bet. I'm more shy than you. I can't just call and ask him out.
Oh, well, boo-hoo. I'll just get out my hanky and we'll have a good cry.
Let's make the bet a little harder.
You mean I have to be gagged and blindfolded and my hands tied behind my back and I can speak only Norwegian?
No. Let's say that to win, you have to go out with Lee and you have to get him to give you his shark's cap.
Huh? You have to what?
You have to come to school the next morning wearing Lee's shark's baseball cap.
It's a bet. Shake. And what about Terry?
What's one date? What he doesn't know
Won't hurt him. I know. Well, good luck.
What? You're actually wishing me good luck?
Yeah. Good luck raising the $50. You'll need it to pay me by next week at the latest.
Oh, you.
It was a fun bet between friends. Who would ever believe it would lead Roxie to a horrifying murder? On the beach with Terry later that afternoon, Roxie never mentioned Lee, or the boat, or the bet with Ursula. The sun was high overhead, making the water sparkle like gold. The breeze was soft and cool, and the beach was crowded with sunbathers. Terry grabbed Roxie and bundled her into his arms as they raced along the water's edge.
Terry, put me down.
Maybe I will. Hey, how about here? Oh. Hey, cut it out!
Oh, it's freezing. It's freezing. Terry! Ow! Don't splash me. It's too cold. Terry, I'm getting out.
Oh, chicken!
Roxie grabbed a towel and dropped down onto the blanket they had spread on the beach near the dock. She ran the towel over her hair, then draped it over her shoulders.
How about joining that volleyball game over there?
Oh, sure. I'll sit on your shoulders, and then maybe I'll be able to hit the ball over the net.
Come on, you're not that bad. Let's play with them.
Oh, wait, Terry!
Roxie suddenly stopped and stared down the beach, squinting in the harsh light of the sun. She could just make out the figure of her friend. Looking tall and beautiful in her white bikini, Ursula was standing on the end of the dock, and she was talking to Lee. Before she even realized it, Roxie had left Terry behind and was running as fast as she could over the pebbly beach to the dock.
I can't let Ursula win the bet. No way. I've got to stop her.
Hey, guys. Hi.
Hi, Roxie. What's up?
Oh, hi. Hi, Lee. Oh, nice day, huh?
Yeah, Lee and I were just going to take out the boat for a little spin. No jokes this time, right, Lee?
Maybe.
For a moment, Roxie just stood there. Lee looked so good, she thought. Awesome. In his muscle shirt and cut-off denims. So tanned and handsome. His dark hair tumbling out from under his shark's cap.
Oh, I'll never win the bet. He barely says a word to me. And Ursula standing there with him, flashing her knowing smile, as if she was already claiming she had won the $50. Ooh, I feel like dumping her in the drink and taking off with Lee myself. Far out to sea.
Hey, Roxie. You took off too fast for me. Oh, hi.
Lee, do you know Terry, Roxie's boyfriend?
How you doing?
Oh, she would have to say that, wouldn't she? Just to make sure I don't stand a chance with Lee. Oh, sorry, Terry. I just saw her.
Hey, no problem, Roxie. But I thought we were going to go play volleyball.
Oh, no, Terry, no.
Lee and I were just going for a ride.
Oh, yeah? Nice boat.
But there isn't room for four.
Sorry.
Well, maybe we could all do something tonight. You know, a picnic on the beach or something.
I don't
Can't. I have to go to a stupid charity thing at the club with my parents tonight.
Oh, too bad. How about tomorrow night?
I don't know. I'm not too good at planning ahead.
Oh, right.
Well, we better get aboard, Ursula.
Yeah, okay.
Here, careful stepping down. Take my hand.
Thanks. See you guys.
No, she is not going to win that easily. I won't let her. Wait, I've got an idea. A brilliant idea. I might just win that bet after all.
Hey, Roxie.
Oh, hi.
What are you smiling about?
Oh, just smiling.
It was a sneaky trick. Roxie knew that. A dangerous trick. It was really unfair and underhanded, but she knew she had to try it. That night, long after darkness had fallen, Roxie pulled her car to a stop on Seabreeze. After the heavy afternoon rainstorm, the night air was hot and sticky. Low, dark clouds blanketed the sky. Roxie took a deep breath and climbed out of the car. At the bottom of the driveway, Roxie leaned against the mailbox on its pole, gazing up at the large, dark-shingled house.
No lights on this street. And no moonlight. Terrific. I can't even make out the house number on this mailbox. Oh, yes, there it is. 133. Oh, that's Lee's number, all right. At least that was the number in the office file. Well, here I am, about to begin my career in housebreaking. I guess Lee was telling the truth about having to go out with his parents. There's not a light on in the place. All I gotta do now is get in there, go up to his room, find the shark's cap, and take it. It has to be there. Lee's parents would never let him wear it to the charity dinner at the club. And tomorrow, I'll wear it to school. Wait till Ursula sees that, she'll die. I'll just tell her I met Lee after the charity thing, went back to his room, and he gave it to me. Easy. And just so I have proof, I'll take a few snapshots. Ooh, I hope the batteries are okay in this thing. Yep. There's the red light. A-okay. If Ursula doesn't believe I've been in Lee's room, I'll just show her the photos. She'll be green. Green! And for once, I'll be the winner! $50, all mine, and Ursula will have to tutor me in French the rest of the summer. Sure, maybe it's unfair, but so what? Is it fair that Ursula's so tall and beautiful? Is it fair she has that perfect blonde hair and those amazing blue eyes? No. And she's got to be the most competitive person in the world. She'd do anything to win. So why shouldn't I?
Roxie swallowed hard, gazing up at the house, black against the blue-black sky. As she passed underneath it, an old sycamore tree shivered down cold drops of water on her head and shoulders. She crept up the path at Seabreeze and stopped at the steps leading onto the front porch. A broom leaned against the doorframe. Roxie almost knocked it over as she reached for the front door handle, trembling.
Whoa! Oh, calm down. There's no one around. This is going to be easy. Oh, locked. Headlights, they'll see me. I gotta get down. Phew, gone. Let's get this over before I have a heart attack. Maybe the back door isn't locked.
Roxie moved quickly into the driveway and headed toward the back of the house. She stopped suddenly. Through the shadows, she saw a concrete block leading up to a torn screen door, which enclosed a wooden door behind it. The wind fluttered the trees again. They all whispered at once, as if telling Roxie to go away. But she didn't hear their whisper. Stepping onto the concrete block, Roxie eased the screen door open. She reached for the doorknob of the inner door. It turned!
Yes!
And Roxie stepped quickly inside, into the blackness.
Oh, I'm in. I'm really inside Lee's house. Now, all I've got to do is find my way upstairs and... Whoa!
Her hand touched something soft and stringy and damp.
Hair. Someone's hair? Long hair like a girl's. Someone is here in the darkness with me. Someone cold. And... dead. Oh, I gotta find the light switch. I've got to. I don't care if someone does see the light. There is a body in here, a dead body. This is it. Here goes. Oh, it's only a mop. A damp, stringy old mop. Oh, come on, Roxie, pull yourself together. There, hope nobody saw that. Well, at least it gave me a glimpse of the layout here. I'll just follow this hallway to the stairs. Oh, what's the matter with me? Why didn't I bring a flashlight? Oh, good burglars carry flashlights, don't they? I am just not a pro. Whew, thank goodness, there's a little light from the skylight up there. Oh, these steps are steep. I have to take it easy.
As Roxie pulled herself up the stairs, her camera banged into the banister. She grabbed it and held it tight with her free hand, and with the other hand hauled herself to the top. It was hot and stuffy on the second floor. Roxie stepped out of the gray light from the skylight and started down the dark hall. At the first doorway she came to, Roxie stopped and peered inside. As her eyes adjusted to the dim light from the window, she made out a bed and a dresser.
Yes. This is Lee's room. And it's at the back of the house, so if I turn on a light here, it won't be seen from the street. Good.
The room came into bright focus. An old-fashioned red and blue quilt on the bed, posters of basketball stars on one wall, heavy metal rock groups on another, a cluttered bookshelf. On the dresser, a model of a yellow cigarette boat, much like Lee's. There was a Walkman on the bed with several cassettes, and in the far corner, a pile of dirty clothes, mostly t-shirts and cut-off jeans.
Okay, where's the shark's cap? Where did he toss it when he took it off? Maybe it's with the dirty clothes. No. Okay, I might as well snap this room for posterity. What kind of a photographer am I anyway? My hands are shaking. Okay, now, steady, Roxie. Right. Okay. Okay. Fine, now, I have got to find the cap. It has got to be here somewhere. Under the bed. No. Under his pillow. No. Oh, it's got to be in this closet. Jammed full. Oh, maybe right up at the top on this shelf. Yes!
Roxie pulled the cap towards her and turned it round, her heart pounding. There, on the front of the cap, were the words...
Atlanta Falcons. It's the wrong cap. Oh, it's got to be here somewhere.
She threw it back up to the top of the closet and slammed the closet door shut.
Lee wouldn't have taken it to the country club. Maybe if I get further back towards the door, I'll get a different view, in case I miss someplace where... Oh, no!
Frozen in the doorway to Lee's room, she recognized the sound at once. The front door opening downstairs. She couldn't move, couldn't swallow, couldn't breathe. But her mind was racing, her heart pounding in her mouth.
I can't get out now. I'm caught. The light. They'll see it. I've got to turn it off. There. At least they're not coming up. Was that Lee? Why is he home so early? Oh, I've got to get out of
here. Where are they? In the living room, maybe. Can they see me from there? I don't care. I've got to make a run for it. If I can just get down the stairs and straight out the front door. Did they hear that? No, they didn't hear me. Why haven't they turned on the light? Is somebody afraid of being seen from the street?
Roxie took another step forward and peered over the banister, down into the dark. Just a few feet from the bottom of the stairs, the front door stood partly open.
Oh, they must be in the living room. I can do it. Oh, just get down and out the door and I'll be free.
Roxie started down the stairs, very slowly, carefully, trying to keep off the creaking boards, listening in terror to the voices below.
Is that Lee? If not, who is it? Oh, is he going to kill her? No, not Lee. No way, not here, not now. Am I just going to stand here and listen? Am I going to be a witness to a murder just because of a stupid bet? I'm getting out. I don't care what happens to me. I'm getting away from here.
Roxie started down the last few steps, reached the front hall. Just 3 steps and she'd be out, into the night.
Whoa! Oh, my camera! Hey. No!
An explosion of white light filled the living room. Roxie held her camera high, stunned. She couldn't believe it had gone off. But in the second of its flash, Roxie had seen them. A girl. A frightened girl, with ringlets of hair piled on her head. And a boy, his face twisted in anger. Lee. Or was it Lee? Roxie couldn't tell. And she wasn't going to stay to find out. She raced for the door and out, down the front steps, running, blindly, onto the front lawn towards her car, reaching for her keys.
Did he see my face? Did he recognize me? Is he coming after me? Is he?
It was next morning, a humid, hot Sunday morning. Roxie woke slowly, the telephone beside her bed ringing in her ears. Is this a dream? She thought. Her bed sheets were soaked with sweat. The long T-shirt which she had been sleeping in clung to her back.
Oh, I must have been having a nightmare. Hello?
Roxie, it's me, Shauna.
Oh, Shauna? What time is it?
Well, almost 9. Did I wake you?
Yeah. Oh, yuck. It's so hot in here. Ugh.
Roxie shivered in spite of the heat. Suddenly, the thought of last night burst back into her mind. She saw herself trying to reach the car, getting in, and then racing away from the darkened house without daring to look back. Safely home, Roxie had paced up and down in her room for what seemed like hours, worrying. Should she call the police? Was the girl in Lee's house in serious trouble? Several times she had placed her hand on the telephone, picked it up, and started to dial, then stopped. How could she explain to the police what she was doing in the house? How could she explain how she had overheard the argument? In the end, Roxie had convinced herself that it had all been just a quarrel. Nothing serious. No need to call the police. No need to get involved. None of her business. But still, she hadn't been able to get to sleep. What if Lee had seen her? Did he know Roxie was hiding in his house? What could she say if he asked her? She'd just tell him he's crazy, Roxie had decided. She'd tell him she hadn't been anywhere near his house. Lee couldn't prove it. Anyway, he'd probably been blinded by the camera flash. No way he could have seen her, Roxie had told herself. No way, she had mumbled, as she finally fell asleep.
Roxie? Roxie, are you still awake?
What? Oh, yeah, I'm awake.
Oh, I'm sorry, Roxie, but did you hear the awful news?
News?
You didn't hear?
About what?
Ursula.
Oh, no. Not Ursula. Shauna, what happened to Ursula?
She sprained her back.
She what?
Sprained her back. Windsurfing. Well, she was kind of showing off. You know, Ursula. Well, she fell off the board and twisted her back. We all had to help and get her home.
And you woke me up to tell me about this tragedy.
Well, yeah, I thought you'd want to know. Ursula is your best friend, after all.
Oh, thanks, Shauna. I'll give her a call and see how she's doing. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I've got to get a hold of myself. I've got to calm down and pull myself together. Oh, but I can't. Not until I know what happened to that
girl.
Roxie crawled out of bed and changed into a sleeveless t-shirt and denim cutoffs. She ran a brush through her hair and hurried downstairs to the kitchen.
Morning, Roxie.
Morning. Where's Mom?
Oh, church. At least one person in this family has some decent values. Want the comics?
Nah, just the news.
What, the news? Oh, that's a switch.
Roxie's father went back to his paper. He was slender and young-looking, with lively brown eyes and a full head of wavy hair. This morning, to beat the heat, he was sitting in his Hawaiian-style bathing suit, without a shirt. Roxie walked over to the coffee maker on the kitchen counter and poured herself a cup of coffee.
It's hot out already. No sun.
You're drinking coffee?
Yeah.
Since when do you like coffee?
I like it sometimes.
Oh, please, Roxie, I need a little peace and quiet this morning.
Oh, Dad.
No, look, I have 2 court cases to prepare for tomorrow.
I just want the news.
The news? You? What, have you been possessed or something?
You are not funny, Dad.
Oh, well, excuse me.
Forensic experts to Hunter's Dunes, where the body of a teenage girl has reportedly been found.
What?
Well, hey! What's the matter, Roxie?
Shh, I'm listening.
Roxie, you're staying in a pool of coffee. Roxie?
Roxie stood there, her heart pounding so fast she couldn't hear the news report. The coffee mug lay at her feet.
Lee murdered her. He murdered her and dropped her body in the dunes. He murdered her and I was there. Oh, now what? What do I do?
Sorry, I cannot stand that right now. Roxie, are you going to mop up the coffee, or are you going to wade in it all morning?
Oh, sorry, Dad.
Roxie had a strong impulse to tell her father everything. The whole story, from the stupid bet she'd made with Ursula, to breaking into Lee's house, to the angry fight she'd overheard in the living room. Her father was a lawyer, after all. He would have the right advice for her. He could tell her whether she should go to the Rocky Shores police or not.
Of course I should go to the police. Lee Blume is a murderer. I have to tell the police. But what if I confess breaking into the house? What would they do to me? And what about Lee? What if he saw me? He would know I'm a witness. He would come after me. And who will protect me from him? I'd better just shut up, not tell anybody. No, I can't do that. I can't keep it all inside. I've got to tell somebody. Dad? I want to tell you.
That's better. Well, I'm going to go for a jog before I start working on my cases for tomorrow. Along the Dune Road. Want to join me?
No, thanks. See you later.
Okay, see ya.
Roxie stood alone in the kitchen. Her stomach gnawed at her, but she knew she couldn't eat any breakfast. She had to talk to someone. She headed up to her room to put on her sneakers.
I have to talk to Ursula. I just have to. Oh, wait, my camera. It went off when I went by the living room. I must have a picture of them. I might even have a picture of the murder. I'll take in the film. Oh, there's a 1-hour developing store in town. Oh, but is it open on Sunday? I've got to try.
Roxie sped off to town, the roll of film placed carefully on the passenger seat. She passed the white clapboard church where her mother was attending morning service, turned into Main Street, which was crowded with Sunday morning tourists, and pulled the car into the parking lot beside the tiny red brick post office. Then, dodging through the crowds window shopping on the narrow sidewalk, Roxie made her way towards the film store.
Please be open. Please.
Hey, Roxie.
Oh.
Roxie.
Hi, Terry.
What's up?
Oh, just, doing some errands.
Where were you last night? I called you. Pretty late.
Oh, nowhere really. Just, out with my parents, visiting some people. What were you doing?
Ray Metzger and I just hung out.
Great. That must have been fun.
Roxie didn't like Ray Metzger. She couldn't understand why Terry was always hanging around Ray's house. She turned away from Terry in the direction of the film store.
You okay, Rox? You look kind of tense.
I'm fine. It's just, I gotta run, okay?
Can I call you later?
Yeah, later.
Roxie heaved a sigh of relief when she found the film store open. She dropped off her film there and was told to come back for it in an hour. She was too keyed up to eat and too tired to window shop, so she slumped down on the bench opposite the post office. Roxie looked up at the sky darkening with clouds. Then her eye caught the payphone booth across the street. In a few seconds, she was dialing Ursula's home.
Hello, this is the Nordquist residence.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Nordquist. Is Ursula there?
I am so sorry. No, you must call back later. Dr. Green gave her pills, relaxing pills for the back. She hurt her back, you know, and she is now so sleepy, not making any sense at all.
You mean
she's like in slow motion. We'd better let her sleep. You can call her tomorrow, maybe?
Sure. Bye.
Roxie waited alone for the hour to pass, trying to keep the thoughts of Lee and the night before from her mind. Back at the store, it seemed to take minutes for the saleswoman to find the envelope marked Nelson. Roxie paid for it and rushed outside. Trembling, she leaned against the building, tearing the envelope open and pulling out the inner packet.
No. Oh, no, not this one. Oh, what is this? Oh, my barbecue party. Okay, Shauna and me at Blade Runners. Yes, here it is. Lee's room. Oh, very dark. And another. There's the bookshelves, the model boat on the dresser. Oh, it's all so dark. Where's the last shot? The living room. This must be it. What is it? Oh, terrific. Just what I wanted. A photograph of the ceiling light in the living room. Great shot, Roxie.
Roxie shoved the photos back in the envelope and headed to her car. She threw the packet in the glove compartment and slammed it shut.
Now what? Oh, what on earth am I going to do? I don't want to go home. I don't want to think about this whole thing anymore. But I have to.
Without realizing it, Roxie headed the car out onto the dune road. The storm clouds had broken now, and a light rain had started to fall. Roxie opened her window, let the cool raindrops fall onto her face. She drove past the rocky dunes that jutted out into the bay, where the waves, black and purple in the eerie stormlight, pounded steadily against the shore. As the sky grew darker, she turned on the car's headlights as she followed the narrow road down towards the area known as Hunter's Dunes. Then she saw them. A group of people caught in her headlights. A huddle of dark uniformed police officers, paramedics in white lab coats, and some spectators sheltering under black umbrellas. It was a somber and frightening group, outlined by the flashing red light of the police cruisers up ahead. Roxie pushed open her car door and stepped out. She moved forward, as if in a dream, as if the flashing lights were pulling her towards the grassy dune. She didn't notice the rain that fell steadily on her shoulders, drenching her face. Roxie joined the crowd of spectators, saw their grim, tight-lipped faces. Then her eyes fell on the dark form stretched out on the rain-soaked grass. A black plastic bag, like a garbage bag.
No, it's a body bag. The girl's body bag.
How long have the police been here?
A couple of hours. The rain is slowing down their work.
The rain trickled off the shiny surface of the plastic bag and made a puddle around it. Roxie felt sick. She clapped her hand over her mouth and shut her eyes, then opened them.
This isn't the girl. It isn't. I know it.
She tried to push past the spectators to get a closer look, but somebody held her back.
You can't go any closer, miss. Stay away.
Excuse me.
Stepping past the spectator, Roxie moved forward through the tall, wet grass.
Why did I automatically think the murdered girl was the same girl as in Lee's house? No, this could be any girl. Just because Lee was having a fight with a girl, it doesn't mean he killed her.
She moved up close to the uniformed police officers huddled over the body in the bag. Through the falling rain, and the flashing red light from the police cars, Roxie tried to see the dead girl. Tried, in the darkness, to make out her face. Then the body started to move.
What's the matter, dear? Did you know the dead girl? Did you?
The body? It moved?
No. The police are just taking it. Are you okay, dear?
Oh, yes. Yes, I guess. Why did I think it moved? And why do I feel so strange? So totally, terribly strange.
As Roxie looked down, one pale arm slid out from the top of the bag. One pale, lifeless arm. And as the men struggled to close the bag up in the pouring rain, the dead girl's head slid out. Roxie saw it. She saw the girl's hair tumble out. Saw the head of blonde ringlets. and she screamed again.
Dad?
Hmm?
Can I come in? I'd like to...
Oh, Roxie, look, I have a lot of work to do tonight. Could this wait? Is it important?
Yes, I think very.
Isn't it something you could discuss with your mother?
Well, I really need to talk to you, Dad. I'm sorry if I'm taking you away from your precious legal briefs.
Hey, it's okay. Sit down. Well, shoot.
Well, did you hear about the girl that was murdered last night? The one they found in Hunter's Dunes?
Yes, I ran into Ernie Cooper when I went out jogging this morning. He told me about it. Did you know her?
No, she didn't go to Jackson High. At least I never saw her there, but, well... I think I may know who murdered her.
What are you saying?
Well, Ursula and I know this guy. His name is Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Lee Blume, and he moved to Rocky Shores last fall.
Yes?
Well, last night I dropped by Lee's house. He lives on Seabreeze. I just stopped by to say hi, but the house was totally dark. And as I stepped up to the front door, I heard a girl scream.
The front door was open?
Yeah, it was open, and I stood on the front stoop, and I heard a girl scream. And I heard Lee. He and the girl were fighting.
They were fighting or arguing?
Well, it started out as arguing, and then I heard the girl yell, "Let go of me!" And I heard a crash, and she screamed. This time she was really frightened, and then I heard fighting.
And what did you do? Did you call out or try to stop them or anything?
No, I ran away.
You didn't think about calling the police?
Well, no, I was scared, and I didn't know if it was a really serious fight or not.
I see.
I mean, I didn't think he was going to kill her.
Shh, okay. Well, why didn't you tell me about it when you got home?
Well, you got home really late, and I didn't know if I should bother you with it or not. I just didn't know what to do, and then when I heard this morning that they found out the girl's body, I just...
It's okay, it's okay.
Dad,
Are you all right?
Yeah, I guess.
Look, we have to go to the police,
Yeah.
and you know that.
Yeah.
We have to go tell Chief Harms.
Yes.
They drove in silence through the rain. The steady click of the windshield wipers and the splash of the tires against the puddled road were the only sounds as Roxie slumped in the seat beside her father. The Rocky Shores police station was a small white clapboard building behind the post office. 2 black and white police cruisers were parked out front. Roxie followed her father across the muddy parking lot to the building. Her father held open the wooden door for her, and she stepped into the brightly lit reception area. A police radio crackled in the background. At a metal desk, a young officer with short blonde hair sat doing a crossword puzzle. He looked up as Roxie and her father approached.
Hey, Mr. Nelson, how's it going?
Well, I'm not sure, Ferris. Is Harms back there in his office? Roxie and I have a story for him.
Yeah, go on back, but be careful. Don't get too close. He's in a bad mood. He might bite.
Mr. Nelson headed down the narrow hall. Roxie followed. There were 3 offices with frosted glass walls facing onto the hall. A tall, red-faced man with wavy gray hair stepped out at the center door.
Hey, Nelson.
Harms, you know my daughter, Roxie, right?
You bet.
Hi.
Roxie, I'm going to have one of my men read you your rights.
What?
And then I'm placing you under arrest for murder.
Roxie gasped. Her breath caught in her throat. Police Chief Harms was dangling the handcuffs in front of her face. His words echoed in her ears.
I'm placing you under arrest for murder.
Roxie stood there staring at him, her face white. The silence was broken by her father.
Harms, don't you ever get tired of that old joke?
Gets him every time. Scared you, huh, Roxie?
Yeah, you sure did, Chief.
We cops have to have some laughs. It's been a rough day.
Yeah, well, that's why we're here, Bill. Roxie may have some information for you about that girl's murder.
I see. Come into my office, please. Both of you.
Pick up Lee at his house and take him to the station to question him.
Wow. Wow. I knew Lee had a temper, but I never thought
I had to
that...
tell the police the whole story 3 times. Oh. He asked me the same questions over and over. It was terrible.
Roxie, are you okay?
Oh, I guess I'm just tense, that's all. Shauna, the police promised they wouldn't tell Lee that I told them about last night. They promised they'd leave me out of it.
But what if Lee saw you? What if he saw you run out of his house? Then he'd know that you were the one who told them. He'd know that you were a witness.
Yeah.
He could come after you next.
Oh, thanks for trying to cheer me up, Shauna.
I only meant...
Shauna, the police won't let Lee go. He killed that girl. He murdered her. They won't just ask him a few questions and then send him home. They'll arrest him. They'll lock him up.
I hope so. Did you tell Ursula? She should know about this.
I called her house a few minutes ago. Her mother said she was asleep. But I guess she's going to go back to work tomorrow. You know, at school. So I'll see her after my French class.
Wow. Well, she'd be surprised.
Yeah, to put it mildly. She won't believe we made a bet to go out with a murderer.
She won't believe she lost the bet. It must be a first time with her.
We both lost.
Did you see the dead girl? I mean, did you get a good look at her, Roxie?
Yeah.
What did she look like?
Pale. Very pale.
Just as she hoped, Roxie found Ursula back at work the next morning. Wearing a blue tank top over white tennis shorts with a matching blue hairband, Ursula was bent over the computer keyboard as Roxie came into the office.
Hi, Ursula. Welcome back.
Hi. Much better. Still a little stiff.
Oh.
I couldn't even walk yesterday.
I called you twice.
I know. Sorry I was asleep. The pills just knocked me right out.
Ursula, can you get away for a while? I have to talk with you alone.
11 o'clock? Well, I guess I could take an early lunch. Right. Got my sandwiches, my money. Okay, let's go.
They stepped out into the bright morning sunshine and followed a path behind the school building. It led them past the baseball diamonds and over some low, rocky dunes to the beach. Roxie sat down on a flat rock at the edge of the water and watched the few sunbathers on the dock in the distance. Ursula lowered herself carefully across from Roxie, pulling a strawberry yogurt out of her lunch bag.
Hey, Roxie, shoot.
Okay, Ursula, you know we made that bet for $50?
Yeah?
One of us had to get Lee's shark's cap and wear it to school. Well,
Yeah.
I decided that the only way I was going to get hold of that cap was to find it for myself and, borrow it for a while. So I went round to his house and I snuck into the side door.
I believe it! You cheater! This straight arrow of Rocky Shores was cheating on our bet. Sounds like something I might do.
So you're not angry?
Of course not.
Good. Well, now I wish...
Roxie knew Ursula might appreciate her tactics. She was so competitive herself. But Ursula's smile faded as Roxie told her story. When she had finished, Ursula just stared at Roxie, open-mouthed.
Oh, man, Roxie, you poor thing. You must have been so frightened.
I was. It was terrible.
And you don't know if Lee saw you run out or not?
No.
Oh, thank goodness the police have got him. What a horrible story. I can't believe I was out in the boat with him just the day before. All alone.
Shauna warned us he had a bad temper.
Who was the girl? Did you recognize her?
Well, she wasn't from Rocky Shores, I'm pretty sure.
Could have been me. Or you.
I know. You don't have to remind me.
They probably have Lee in the detention center at Rockford right now. We'll never see him again. Oh, heck, I'm late. I've got to run. You're okay, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
I'll call you later then.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Roxie stood gazing out at the water, watching a sailboat disappear into the distance. Then she lowered herself back onto the flat rock and sat, letting the cool air play on her face, her eyes following the seagulls as they circled above her. She was starting to relax, thinking how lucky she was to have a friend like Ursula, so understanding and sympathetic. Suddenly, the air felt cooler. A shadow slid over Roxie. She turned to see what had blocked the sunlight. It was Lee, standing right above her, silent, looking down. His hands tucked into the belt of his jeans, his blue t-shirt fluttering in the wind. The small silver ring in his ear glowed in the sunlight like a diamond. He stared down at Roxie through narrowed eyes, and a strange smile crept across his face.
Roxie, I saw you. I saw you.
Roxie looked frantically around the beach, looking for some way to escape. How long had Lee been standing there, she wondered. Did he hear what she'd said to Ursula? And where had he come from?
Yeah. I saw you on your way to school this morning. Didn't you hear me calling you?
He's deliberately trying to scare me. He saw me at his house Saturday night, and now he's teasing me, torturing me. Or is he? What is he thinking behind those cold, dark eyes? No, I didn't hear you, Lee.
So, you're in summer school?
Oh, yeah, French.
Uh-huh. Your friend in summer school, too?
Hmm?
Ursula? Is that why she hurried away?
So he did see us. He saw us talking. Did he hear what I said? Or does he know what I was telling Ursula without having to hear it? Ursula works in the office, keyboarding some of the files. Lee, I have to go. I'm late for my class. Oh, please let me go. Don't grab me. Don't kill me too, please.
Before Roxie could back away, Lee's hand was at her throat.
Hey, I like your locket, Roxie. It's very delicate, isn't it?
Lee, I gotta go.
Catch you later.
As Roxie hurried away over the rocks toward the town, she could still feel Lee's eyes on her. Knew that he was still smiling that strange, cold, dark smile.
Dad, why did the police let him go?
Roxie.
Frank, can't we just have a pleasant dinner? You can talk about all this later.
No, Mom, now.
Is this regular or extra crispy?
I bought the regular. You always say the extra crispy is too crispy. Want a biscuit, dear?
Can we please stop talking about the chicken? I am talking life and death here. Dad, listen to me. Why did the police let Lee go? You talked to them, right?
Lee Blume had an alibi. His parents said he was at the charity fundraiser at the Elks the whole evening.
What? His parents said he was there, and the police just took their word?
The police asked a dozen people, okay? They all said Lee was there.
But he could have sneaked out early. How could the police just let him go?
They had to. They had no reason to hold him.
No reason. No reason? How about he killed a girl in his living room? Isn't that a reason?
Roxie, please. You're getting all worked up.
Your mother's right. Look, Roxie, the police searched his living room, his hallway, his whole house. They didn't find anything suspicious.
Oh, so now you think I'm crazy? You think I made this whole thing up?
No, I think you heard something, but you didn't see anything, right? You didn't actually see Lee Blume.
No.
Roxie couldn't admit that she'd been in the house, that she had seen the girl with the blonde ringlets. She had to stick to her story that she'd heard the whole fight from the front stoop of the house.
Okay. So what should I do? What should I do now?
Stay away from that boy.
And don't go to the beach by yourself. Be very careful, Roxie. Very careful. Until this whole thing is solved.
Oh, it's okay. I'll get it. Hello?
Hi, Roxie.
Oh, hi, Terry. How are you?
Oh, a little fishy, but fine. You want to go to the beach? How about a nice long walk?
No, I'm not sure. Okay, but
Hey, Roxie, are you okay? You don't sound yourself. What's up?
I'm just a little stressed out, that's all. I don't really know why. I guess I just keep thinking about that girl who was murdered. You know, the one they found at Hunter's Dunes.
Maddie.
What? What'd you say?
Maddie. Her name was Maddie Andrews. I knew her.
But she isn't from Rocky Shores.
Yeah, she's from Springdale. I knew her at camp, remember? That camp where I was a junior counselor 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah. How well did you get to know her that summer, Terry?
Oh, pretty well. You know.
No, I don't know.
Hey, how about that walk on the beach? I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Okay. I'll tell my parents I'm going out. See you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Roxie turned from the phone. Of course, she thought. She should tell Terry what was really on her mind. But she couldn't. Terry had a temper, too. How could she tell him she had made a bet over Lee Blume? Roxie and Terry stepped off the dunes and started walking slowly along the beach. The choppy purple water lapped at their feet, and a million tiny pinpricks of starlight dotted the clear sky.
Isn't it beautiful? Oh, it's a full moon. I like it on the beach at night. Smell that weenie roast. You want to join the group at the campfire over there?
No, it's nice right here.
Can I have a piggyback ride?
Hey, sure. Hop on.
Woo!
Hey, ready for a swim?
No way! Let me off.
Come on, take off your sandals, Roxie. The water's fine.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it's nice. Not too cold.
Roxie.
Yes?
Wait.
Your lips are salty.
Not fishy?
No, just salty. Let's walk.
You feeling better?
Yes.
They walked along the shore towards a spit of rocks jutting out into the water. This part of the beach lay dark and empty. The waves, stirred up by the wind and currents, crashed loudly against the dark rock wall of the headland. Roxie let go of Terry's hand, and he picked his way over the rocks ahead of her.
Hey, look what I found.
What? Another treasure for your collection?
Huh?
Oh.
It's a horseshoe crab shell.
Ooh.
Huh? Big one.
Oh, yuck. Put it down. It smells.
Try working in a fish store all day, you wouldn't notice this. It smells like perfume to me.
Oh, Terry. It can't be that bad.
Terry moved off over the rocks as Roxie gazed up at the thin wisps of dark cloud floating over the moon. When she lowered her eyes, the tall white lifeguard station on the spit of rocks caught her eye. And as it came into focus, Roxie realized someone was sitting up there. Someone on the elevated chair, not moving, just staring silently out at the crashing waves.
Who can it be this late at night? Oh, no, wait, it isn't a person. What? It's a pile of bones, bleached bones and a gaping skull. It's a skeleton. Or is it? No. Oh, it's just a pile of stones. Wow, somebody's piled up these large round stones to make it look human, like a stone snowman. Oh, it's just a stupid joke. Put up by some kids, probably.
Then Roxie saw it. A dark figure moving quickly towards her over the rocks. A man. No. A boy. Tall and thin. Walking quickly, easily through the darkness. Straight towards her.
Lee!
What's wrong, Roxie? You look like a frightened rabbit.
Terry? Terry?
And only the waves reply.
No. You scared me.
Nice night. I still can't believe I can walk to the beach whenever I want. Back home in Springdale, we had to drive for hours to get even to the lake.
What does he want? Did he follow me here? What's he gonna do to me? And where's Terry? He was right here just a minute ago.
Hey, Roxie. I found something else. A little surprise. Oh, hi, Lee. I didn't see it.
Oh, Terry, where'd you go?
Look, it was crawling around behind those rocks.
What's up, Terry?
A turtle? Big one. Aren't you? Hey, easy now, fella.
Cool. So you're gonna make some soup?
No, I'm gonna keep him. Put him on a leash and walk him on the beach. I think I'll name him Spot. Here, Spot. Run, Spot. Hey, run, 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 run!
I don't think turtles run very often, Terry, except in cartoons.
Oh, gross. Terry, get him away from your face. You don't know where he's been.
Hey, here, Roxie. I changed my mind. I'm giving him to you.
Oh.
An early birthday present.
Oh, no, Terry, stop.
See, he likes you.
Oh.
Well, you gonna keep it?
Oh, maybe. For a little while, anyway. He's cute. My little cousin Julie's coming in a week. She might like him.
All right, sold. Let's take him back to your place.
Okay.
Okay, come on, Spot.
See you later, Roxie.
What?
I said, see you later.
Hey, come on, Roxie. You can keep them in that big tin pan, you know, the one you had all those snails in.
Roxie held the turtle out in front of her. When she glanced back a minute later, she saw Lee, still standing in the same spot, like a black shadow among the rocks, staring after her.
It's really cute, Shauna. I brought it home and put it in the snail pan.
Aw.
Seems to love it.
How big is it?
Big.
What are you going to call it?
Well, Terry wants to call it Spot. He's going to train it to heel and walk along the beach on a leash.
It was late. Almost 11:30. Roxie's parents were already asleep. Terry had gone home, and Roxie was lying on her bed, the phone cradled under her ear. She was still tense after the excitement of the day. But as she chatted to Shauna, she gradually started to relax.
Shauna?
Yeah?
I want to ask you something. I just wondered, did Lee ever mention a girl named Maddie when you were going out with him?
Maddie?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the dead girl?
Yeah. She was from Springdale, same as Lee. Did he ever mention her to you?
No. Lee never talked about Springdale. I remember he bragged that he'd had a lot of girlfriends, but he never talked about them.
You're sure?
Oh, yeah. I remember Lee told me that he got in some heavy-duty trouble in Springdale. I guess it was a bad time for him. He never really wanted to talk about it. I think he was happy to be making a new start here in Rocky Shore.
Shauna, he killed her. I told you. I heard the whole thing.
What? Roxie, are you okay? Are your parents home?
They're asleep.
Do you need me to come over or something?
No, I'm okay, thanks. I just can't stop thinking about it, Shauna. Everywhere I go, Lee is there, staring at me with that sick smile on his face.
Don't pay any attention to that. He always smiles like that. He thinks it's sexy or something.
I just don't know what to do.
The police let him go, right? Lee was at that charity thing during the night the girl was murdered. He wasn't in his house.
Oh, wait a minute. I think there was a knock at the door. Yeah, there it is again. Who could be calling this late?
Maybe Terry's come back for another goodnight kiss.
Listen, Shauna, I gotta hang up. I'll go down and see who it is.
Well, call me back if you need to talk.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Bye.
Roxie crept downstairs. When she was halfway down, a burst of wind in the living room made the window curtains flap. Roxie froze, startled. Then, taking a deep breath, she made her way through the dark hallway to the front door.
Who is it? Who's there?
There was only silence. Roxie bent her head toward the peephole and peered outside into the darkness.
Nothing. I can't see anybody. It must have been the wind. Lee! Well, what do you want?
Roxie?
I'm sorry,
Before she could slam the door shut, Lee's arm was stretched out against it, jamming it open.
Oh, Lee!
Here. It's yours. You left it on the beach.
Oh.
It is yours, right?
Oh, my sweater. Oh, yeah. I must have dropped it when we picked up the turtle. Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Well, my parents are asleep, so I better go.
Want to go for a ride?
What?
A ride. In my boat. Tomorrow. After lunch, maybe?
No. No, I mean, I can't tomorrow.
Oh. Okay. Oh, some other time. See you later.
Yeah.
When she finally fell asleep that night, Roxie slept heavily, without dreaming. On her way to French class the next morning, Eric Fraser, a guy she barely knew, stopped her in the hallway.
Hey, Roxie, wait up.
Oh, hi. Hi, Eric.
Hey, Roxie, did you really see the murder?
Who told you about it?
Oh, I don't know. It's been going around. Is it true?
No, it's not true. Who's talking about me, Eric?
Well, everyone. Hey, you really didn't see the murder? Ursula said that...
Ursula? Ursula told you that?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
well, just forget it. Why is Ursula going around telling everyone? I told her to keep it secret. What if Terry finds out? Maybe Lee didn't see me that night. Maybe he doesn't know I was in his house. But if everyone's talking about it, he'll find out. And what will he do to me? Ursula, I have to talk to you.
Roxie, are you okay?
No, I'm not. Shh.
Not now. Mr. Rooney's here today.
Ursula, I don't believe what you have done.
Look, I'll come and meet you after your class. I'm only working half a day. I'll walk you home.
Okay, if you promise. Now, don't forget.
I promise.
In class, Roxie could think of nothing but Lee and the murder. She felt everyone in the room was looking at her, whispering. Somebody tried to stop her again as she left the classroom, but she went straight down the corridor to the office where Ursula was already getting ready to leave. As she had promised, Ursula left with Roxie to walk her home. It was a breezy, warm day, but as they strolled along the sidewalk, Roxie wasn't thinking about the beautiful weather.
Roxie, you're upset with me, aren't you? Why?
Ursula, why did you tell everyone about me being in Lee's house?
Tell everyone? I didn't. I swear, Roxie. I only told a couple of people. And that was before the police let Lee go. It was when we both thought he was going to be locked up.
How many people did you tell?
Only one or two. Shauna already knew. I'm sorry, Roxie. Really sorry.
Yeah, me too. You see, I haven't told Terry any of this. If he finds out...
Tell him it was all my idea. Blame it on me. Just another one of our dumb bets. He'll believe that.
I guess. Well, here we are. Hey, look, our garage door's open. That's weird. Mom always closes it when she leaves. She gets mad at me if I don't.
Maybe she just forgot. You seem tense, Roxie. Know what you need?
What?
Some fun.
Yeah.
Something to take your mind off what happened. Want to come skating with Shauna and me tonight? We're going to Blade Runners. You know, to skate and just hang out. Why don't you come too?
Yeah, sounds excellent. I'll ask Terry. Maybe he can come. He's really a good skater.
Great.
Well, come on in. I'll throw some sandwiches together for lunch.
Oh, good.
Hey, wait. That's our new turtle on the front stoop. How did it get there? I put it in the snail pan. Come on, you have to get back to it. Oh, my... Ursula!
What?
Ursula, look! Oh, no!
The turtle lay crushed on the concrete, its head smashed flat, its shell cracked in a dozen places. Roxie looked frantically around her, trying to figure out what had happened, and then she saw it. A heavy steel mallet propped against the front door. Wedged under the mallet was a folded sheet of paper. Roxie picked it up and unfolded it slowly. Scribbled across the white paper in brown crayon, in big block letters like a child's printing, were the words,
"This will be you if you keep talking."
Whoa! How do you stop these things?
Stop clowning around, you big bear. Terry, you know you're a good skater. You've been watching the Three Stooges movies again, haven't you?
Show us how it's done. They said you were terrific.
Keep out of my way, though. I want to get home in one piece.
Give us a break, you guys. I've got a big clown on my hands.
Not very crowded tonight, eh, Roxie? So hot, I guess most people are at the beach.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's good to see you enjoying yourself. Especially after this afternoon.
My dad called the police and told him about the turtle.
Good. Come on, Roxie. Let's get up some speed.
Oh, no, not another race. Whoa, wait up, Ursula!
As Ursula sped off around the rink, Roxie lowered her head and pushed hard, struggling to keep up. By the time they had circled the large rink twice, Ursula was way ahead, and Roxie was breathing heavily. She slowed down, hands on her knees, and watched Ursula striding away like a real athlete. Her blonde hair streamed out behind her, flashing golden in the beam of the bright spotlights overhead. As she sped by, Roxie threw up her hands.
You win, Ursula, for a change.
Then Roxie turned to watch Terry, who was still clowning around, making little kids laugh, skating backwards, toppling over, and crashing into the boards at the side. Shauna skated by, laughing excitedly.
Ursula wins again!
Oh, so what else is new?
For the first time in a long while, Roxie was happy. She had actually forgotten about Lee and the murder, and she was beginning to feel normal again. Smiling, she pushed away from the side and started skating slowly towards Terry. He stood waiting for her, holding his arms open to receive her, as Roxie skated forward.
That's it. Come on, beautiful. Straight into my arms. Hey, what's happened?
Terry?
Who was it?
It's Ursula! Terry, I know it's Ursula!
I'll go find her, Roxie. She sounds in a bad way.
I'm coming with you, Terry.
Roxie, her heart pounding, skated after Terry towards the sound of Ursula's terrifying screams. She saw the crowd gathered around her. Ursula was sprawled on her back against the far wall, her knees bent, her blonde hair splayed over the concrete.
Ursula, what happened?
Fell. Ow! My ankle.
How?
Back spasm. My back just gave out. I guess I wasn't ready for skating. Oh, I fell and landed on my side. Look, it's swelling up already.
What do you think you've broken it?
I don't know. I don't think so. Here, help me out. Ow!
It looks like you should put ice on it, Ursula.
Yeah, Shauna's right. Do you want me to...
Let me try to walk and... No! Ow! Oh, I can't move. Hold me, Terry.
Oh, Ursula, let me help you get your skates off.
Oh, okay. Take it easy.
There.
There. Now pull.
Hey, look, I'm going to drive her home. Her mother should be able to put an ice pack on that swelling.
Oh, I'll go with you, Terry. Just give me a minute to have my skates in, okay?
You going to stay here, Roxie? I'll be right back.
Oh, no, it's okay. You and Shauna take her, Terry. We can't all go. I'll skate for a few more minutes, and then I'll walk home. Well, I just need to unwind, you know? You'll be okay with Terry, won't you, Ursula?
Sure. Don't worry about me. Nothing like a big shoulder to lean on.
That's the spirit. Let's go then. Hey, easy. Easy.
Terry helped Ursula to the car, and Roxie was left on her own. With a sigh, she shoved off from the side and started to make large circles around the rink. She loved the rush of air through her hair, loved the easy feel of gliding, 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 and she lost all track of time. When Roxie finally turned in her skates, the rink was nearly empty. Wiping the perspiration from her forehead with a tissue, Roxie stepped outside. She bent back her head and took a long, cool breath of the sea air, enjoying the sweet, sour smell of salt and fish. She crossed the brightly lit parking lot, now almost empty, and turned onto the dark sidewalk. Her legs ached from skating, and her heart still raced. Shivering a little in the cool night air, she started to move faster.
Terry must have got Ursula home by now and put an ice pack on her leg. Oh, I hope she didn't have to go to emergency. As soon as I get home, I'll call her. She should... Still... Wait. I think I'm being followed. Yes. There's someone in the shadows over there. And whoever it is gaining on me. I can't get away. There's nowhere I can run. Who is it?
Roxie? I saw you.
Lee.
Yeah, I saw you skating. I called you.
You scared me.
Sorry. I keep doing that, don't I?
Yes, Lee, you do. Deliberately.
How come you scare so easily?
I have to get home. I have to call Ursula. She hurt her ankle.
I'll walk you.
No, thank you.
Well, at least I'll walk you as far as my house. It's on the next block. Right here on Seabreeze.
Oh, really? I don't want to walk with him on this dark, empty street, and he knows it. He's trying to frighten me. He murdered that girl. And now he's trying to frighten me to death.
You cold, Roxie? Want to borrow my sweatshirt?
No, I'm okay.
How come I'm always scaring you? Do you really think I'm such a scary guy?
Yes. I think you're a murderer. No, I'm just a little stressed out these days. Go away, Lee. Please, just go away.
You need to get on the water. A long boat ride will cool you right out.
No, thank you.
Lee's house loomed out of the darkness. The porch light was on. It cast a yellow glow over the small front stoop. Roxie shuddered. All the horrors of the night she'd hidden in there came flooding back into her mind.
I never wanted to see this house again. Ever. I wish it would burn to the ground. And Lee with it.
Roxie saw herself trapped once again in the hallway downstairs. She heard Maddie Andrews' frightened cries, heard the slaps all over again, the shouts, the terrible fight. She turned her head, forcing herself to look away from the house, and walked straight past.
Roxie? How about that boat ride? Tomorrow afternoon?
Oh.
I'll take you out past the point. It's really awesome.
No, I don't think so.
Say yes.
I can't really.
You'll enjoy it.
Oh, your house, Lee. We passed your house.
Huh? No, we haven't.
What do you mean? That's your house.
That's not my house. My house is over there.
What?
Lee was pointing further down the street, at a long, low ranch-style house on the opposite side. Roxie stood looking at it, her mouth open in horror.
No! No! It can't be true! That night, that awful night, I was in the wrong house!
I'd invite you in to have a Coke or something, but my parents have company. Maybe some other time?
Maybe... It wasn't Lee in that house. He didn't kill that girl. It wasn't him.
Are you all right? You look kind of weird.
Who lives in that house?
Well, the one with the light on?
Yes.
I'm not sure. People aren't too friendly in this neighborhood. I mean, when we moved here, they never introduced themselves or anything. I think their name's Metzger.
Metzger?
You know them?
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's a guy about our age.
Yeah, Ray Metzger goes to our school?
I guess so. I don't really know him. I've just seen him out mowing the lawn.
Ray Metzger is Terry's best friend. Terry's always hanging out at his house. Spends more time there than he does at home, so he tells me. I've never been in Ray's house. I don't like him, but that's why I knew the voice in the house that night. That's why it was so familiar. It was Terry, not Lee. Terry was fighting with that girl. Maybe I knew it all along and I just didn't want to believe it. Maybe that's why I was afraid to tell Terry I was hiding in that house and heard that poor girl's screams.
Roxie, what's the matter? Roxie?
Oh, I guess I'm just really tired, that's all. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Lee, is that offer of a boat ride still good?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll meet you at the dock tomorrow after my French class.
Sounds good. Want me to walk you the rest of the way home?
Oh, no thanks, I'll be okay. See you tomorrow.
You bet.
Roxie hurried down the street as Lee jogged up to his low ranch-style house. His house, Roxie kept saying to herself. Not the house she'd been in. Not the murder house.
Terry told me he knew Maddie. He admitted it. But why did he kill her? Why? Should I go to the police again and tell them Terry's the murderer? They'd never believe me. They'd think I'm crazy. But what do I do? First, stay away from Terry. He is dangerous. He's really dangerous. Who knows what he'd do if he found out I was there when he came in with Maddie.
Roxie made her way quickly through the dark streets. As she turned onto her own block, low clouds covered the moon. The soft night breeze had died down, and the trees were silent in the deepening shadows. All was still as death. Roxie came to her house, walked slowly up the front walk to the porch. Suddenly, a figure darted out from the shadows.
Hey! Did you miss me?
Terry!
Well, did you?
Let go of me, Terry. I'm really, really tired.
Oh? Where have you been? I've been waiting here for hours.
Just skating. How's Ursula?
Not too bad. Her father put ice on her ankle and the swelling started to go down. She didn't have to go to the hospital.
It's nice of you to take her home.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy.
Maybe you are, Terry. Oh, you look so innocent with your soft, round face. Just like a big huckleberry fig. Oh, how could you be a murderer?
So, can I come in for a while?
No.
Oh.
Look, like I said, I'm tired, Terry. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Roxie.
I've got to go in.
Roxie, were you really just skating all this time?
Yeah, of course.
Who with?
Nobody. Terry, I'm going in. Good night.
Safely inside, her heart pounding, Roxie made her way upstairs to her room.
I used to hate it when Terry acted jealous. Now it terrifies me. He's so big he could break me in two. Maybe he would. His eyes were so cold just now, so mean.
Without turning on the bedroom light, Roxie changed into a nightshirt. Feeling chilled, she padded across her room to the window to close it. She looked down into the front yard and realized she had forgotten to turn off the porch light. And then she saw it, halfway down the driveway. A large figure hovering in the shadows. Terry, standing with his face turned toward the house, his hands at his sides, still as a statue, staring.
I really think you
should tell the police, Roxie.
I can't. I can't just go to the police and say, oops, I made a little mistake. It was Terry, not Lee. They'll tell me to go home and call a shrink.
Well, what are you going to do? If Terry saw you at Metzger's that night...
I don't know what to do. I'm really frightened.
So, you're out with Lee tonight? Where to?
Just to the movies at the mall in Rockford.
And how was the boat ride this afternoon?
Great. Well, you know how Lee is. He always looks so serious, hardly ever smiles. I was surprised he has such a good sense of humor.
He's cute, too.
Ursula, I'm going to break up with Terry.
When?
I don't know, soon. I'm so mixed up. But I know I can't go out with him again. I'm frightened of Terry. I keep picturing my poor crushed turtle. I keep thinking that could be me.
Listen, Roxie, at least tell your father. He won't think you're crazy. I mean, he'll listen to
that must be Lee waiting for me. I gotta run, Ursula.
Oh.
I'll call you later, okay? Bye.
Okay, bye.
The movie at the mall was one of those mindless California beach movies, with a bunch of college nerds chasing after blondes in bikinis. Roxie was glad. She couldn't concentrate on anything more complicated anyway. She was fully occupied with Lee. She leaned close to him. Lee's dark hair tumbled down from his shark's cap. He wasn't smiling, but in his eyes, Roxie thought, he seemed to be enjoying the film. When the movie ended, they walked hand in hand to the car, laughing and talking about what a dumb movie it was. At Roxie's house, Lee pulled the car up into the driveway. Roxie stared out at the passenger window, half expecting to see Terry lurking in the bushes at the side of the house again. But there was no sign of him.
I can't keep on living in fear like this. I've got to break up with Terry tomorrow. Get him out of my life. Well, good night, Lee. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Come to the dock after class. Maybe we can go fishing or something.
Or something. Good night.
Roxie hadn't wanted to leave Lee. She felt so warm with him now. So safe. A few minutes later, up in her room, she sat on her bed looking at the clock radio, wondering if it was too late to call Ursula.
Oh, good. She's probably calling me. Hello, Ursula?
I saw you, Roxie. You shouldn't have been there.
Terry? He threatened me, Ursula.
Who?
Terry called me last night and told me I shouldn't have been there. He must have seen me at the Metzger's house.
Roxie.
No, I know what you're going to say, that I have no choice, that I have to go to the police and tell them about Terry. Well, maybe I will. I just don't know yet.
You've got to listen to me, Roxie. You've got to...
Ursula, can you come over here for a minute? I want to show you why these files are not coordinating.
Wait a minute. I'll be right back.
No, I gotta go. I'll call you later.
Rushing out of the school, Roxie stepped into the bright sunlight and headed to her car. She needed some time to think. And where better than at the beach, she decided. She parked her car at the end of the dune near the small boat dock and locked it.
Ursula's right. I should stop by the police station later. Maybe they won't think I'm crazy. Maybe they'll take Terry in and question him. Right now, I need to cool out, just like Lee said.
Roxie scanned the crowded beach. The popular swimming area was jammed with sunbathers and swimmers. Everyone enjoying the bright, clear day and the warm, gentle water. The dock area was empty. Down there on the wooden platform, Roxie saw Lee bending over the side of his yellow boat.
Hi, Lee. How's it going?
I don't believe this.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to tighten the screw, and would you believe it? I dropped my screwdriver in the water. What a klutz.
You want me to put on my diving suit and get it?
It's my only one.
Wait, I might have one in my car.
You carry around a toolkit in case someone's boat breaks down?
Well, my dad makes me keep tools in the glove compartment in case of emergency.
Great. You think you might have a Phillips screwdriver?
Maybe. Go check. I'll watch your stuff here. The car's parked on the other side of the dune over there.
Be right back.
Okay.
Lee ran off across the dune. Looking down at the yellow boat bobbing gently in the blue-green water, Roxie hoped that Lee would be able to fix the engine. It was a perfect day for a long ride.
Roxie! I can't get into your car. No key.
Oh, coming. Stupid me. I forgot it was locked.
Lee met Roxie on the top of the dune, and they walked together to the car. Roxie unlocked it and pulled open the passenger door. Bending into the car, Lee began pulling tools out of the cluttered glove compartment.
Do I have the right kind in there?
Yeah. Victory. Got one.
Then, just as Lee was shoving the stuff back into the glove compartment, a yellow envelope toppled out, and several snapshots slid onto the car seat.
Hey, here's some snaps. Just a minute, these are pictures of my bedroom.
What?
Where'd you get these?
What? So it was your house? Not the Metzgers?
Looks like I messed up, Roxie. What a shame. It's all
No.
going so well.
No.
I messed up. Now I'm gonna have to kill you, too. I tried frightening you. And I tried winning you over. You were so eager to believe it wasn't my house you'd broken into. But now, I messed up. No, you're not going anywhere right now.
Let go of me, please.
Don't move. The screwdriver is very sharp. Guess you don't use it much. No one wants to give me a break. No one wants me to have a fresh start. Let's get back to the dock. Come on. Come on.
As Lee pulled her along with him, Roxie looked frantically around the beach. Everyone was in the swimming area. No one at all up near the dock. Roxie was alone with Lee, the screwdriver pressed up against her neck.
There's nobody around. Nobody will hear me scream. He's going to kill me.
Move.
Oh, Lee, please.
Sure, I did some bad things at Springdale. Won't anyone ever let me forget? Maddie wouldn't. Oh, she followed me to make sure I didn't forget. Now you.
Lee, please, let me go.
Get in the boat.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to give you a chance, Roxie. Because I like you. I really do.
What do you mean?
I'm only going to take the boat out 4 or 5 miles until I dump you.
What?
Who knows? Maybe you can swim.
I can't. I'm not a good swimmer. Lee, please.
I'm sorry, Roxie. Really sorry. I messed up.
Let me out. Please, no, please. Lee! Oh, please, let me out.
Sorry, Roxie. Get down.
Oh.
Gotta tighten this.
Oh.
Oh. Sorry.
No!
Roxie!
No.
Roxie!
Terry!
I ran all the way. Ursula told me she saw you come down.
Roxie and I are going for a boat ride, Terry. See you later.
No way! Roxie, I told you shouldn't have been at the movie with him. I saw you there with him last night. I warned you.
He killed that girl, Terry. Help me!
What? Don't move, Terry. We'll see you later.
Hey, no way, Lee!
Terry had Lee around the neck, but Lee, the screwdriver still in his hand, struck Terry off balance. Lee lunged at him, plunging the screwdriver downwards into Terry's throat.
Terry!
Get back in the boat, Roxie!
Terry! Terry, no! No!
With a roar, the yellow boat jolted away from the dock out into the bay. Roxie lost her balance and tumbled backwards onto the floorboards. Lee bent over the controls, muttering to himself. Roxie lifted her head up and looked back. Terry's body lay sprawled motionless on the dock.
I've got to get out of this boat. I've got to help Terry. I've got to.
As the boat skipped over the low, dark waves, Roxie took a long, deep breath, leaned over the side, and dove into the dark, cold water. She plunged down and down, her sneakers getting heavier and heavier as they soaked up the water. Struggling against the weight of her clothes, she raised her arms, kicked her feet furiously, and finally broke the surface of the water, coughing, spluttering, gasping air into her lungs.
Oh, which way's the shore? Oh, I'm turned around. I've lost my sense of direction. Oh, there. I see it. Oh, I've got to get back there.
Roxie struck out for the shore, taking big, long strokes against the strong current. Ducking her head as waves rolled over her, stroking hard against the undertow, she edged closer to land. Then she heard the roar of the boat's engine. It seemed to change in its tone. Instead of going farther away, it was getting louder. Roxie looked round. With a choking gasp, she realized the boat was moving towards her, backing towards her, closer and closer.
He's going to try to pull me out, to pull me back in the boat. Maybe he'll take me further out where I can't possibly swim back. No! No! He wants to cut me! He wants to rip me up with the blades of the motor! No!
Roxie ducked her head, kicking and pulling herself down under the water. The boat backed slowly towards her. Roxie turned her head towards the noise and glanced up. There was a terrifying flash of yellow as the boat roared above her, its motor blades churning the water into a frothy, boiling foam, blinding Roxie.
I can't see, but I can hear. It's right above me, inches away from my head. I've
Gotta keep down. Got to. But I can't.
Roxie broke the surface again, choking. She blinked the salt water from her eyes, and she saw the boat turning, sweeping round, backing towards her once more. Churning the water into a white foam, the sharp motor blades roared towards her, slowly. Roxie couldn't move. The current pulled her. The weight of her clothes held her in place. She tried to dive down again, into the bubbling waters. Too late. The boat was on top of her, the blades whirring right at her head.
I'm cut to pieces. I have to be. I'm drowned. I'm drifting downwards.
The water rocked and swirled around Roxie. It swung her around and swept her up, billowing her to the surface, into the sunlight, shimmering on the water, and air, cool air.
I'm alive. I'm breathing. I can make it.
There was a flash of yellow in the distance, and the boat was coming at her again, backing towards Roxie this time at full speed.
No. No. I'm not going to let him kill me. I'm not.
The boat roared closer. Roxie could see Lee bent over the controls, his dark eyes staring out at her, aiming the blades right at her head. With one last burst of strength, Roxie forced herself to the side through the tossing waters, out of the boat's path. She twisted her body around, and with a violent heave threw her arms up, grabbing the side of the boat, holding onto it tightly with both hands.
I've got to tip it over. I've got to spill Lee out into the water.
The boat swept along, carrying Roxie, pulling her with it through its frothing wake. Her arms ached as she tugged and struggled to tip it over. It rocked, tilted, then righted itself. Roxie realized her plan was no good. It wouldn't work. She wasn't heavy enough or strong enough. In the boat, Lee moved towards her and glared down. With an ugly cry, he raised his screwdriver and slammed it down hard towards Roxie's hand on the side of the boat. She gasped and jerked her hand away, and the blade hit bare wood. But Roxie had lost her hold on the side and was slipping heavily back down into the cold water, spluttering and choking. The boat sped away.
Where is he? Has he gone? Has he stopped trying to kill me? Where is he? How far out am I? I can't be far.
Roxie squinted hard against the bright sunlight, and finally, the dock came into focus. It was close. She might have enough strength, she thought, to make it. Then she realized there were dark figures running out onto the dock. She saw their guns. They were trained on the yellow boat, which was floating slowly into shore. Roxie knew they were police officers, and she started to swim towards them with strong, confident strokes. She came closer and saw Lee dock his boat. Two dark uniformed officers moved across quickly to grab him. Then the police officers bent over Terry. Roxie saw them lift him up on a stretcher and carry him away. And as she swam up to the dock, exhausted, Roxie kept wondering how they had known. How had the police known to come down to the dock?
Yeah, here you go, miss. Take my hand. There you go. Are you okay?
Yes, so. What about Terry?
Hey, he'll be okay. We got the bleeding stopped. We'll look after him at the hospital.
Roxie, you're okay. You're okay.
I'll leave you with your friend.
I was so scared.
Ursula, it was you? You?
I tried to warn you back at the school office, but you ran out. You wouldn't listen to me.
But how did you know?
I was typing the files. I saw Ray Metzger's address. I saw that it wasn't on Seabreeze. Ray doesn't live anywhere near there, so I knew Lee had lied to you. I tried to tell you when you came into the office, but you wouldn't wait. You just hurried off to meet him.
So you sent Terry?
Terry came by the office a few seconds later, looking for you. He was so upset because he saw you out with Lee last night. I told him you were down here at the dock, going out for a ride. Then I had a bad feeling. I just didn't want you going out in the boat with Lee. So I called the police.
I was almost fish food. Ursula, you...
saved your life.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. You'll just owe me for as long as you live.
You.
Ursula put her arm around Roxie's shoulders and started to lead her to the car. At the top of the dune, she suddenly stopped and let go of Roxie. She reached down to the pebbly ground and picked up a blue and silver cap. Brushing off the dust, she turned it around in her hand. On the brim of the cap was written the word, Sharks. Ursula grinned and slipped the cap on her head.
Hey, Roxie, guess what? I win the bet.
In The Witness by R.L. Stine, Roxie was played by Laurel Lefkow, Ursula and the Murdered Girl by Rhonda Miller, Shauna and Mrs. Nordquist by Liza Ross, Lee by Alan Marriott, Terry by Adam Henderson, Mr. Nelson by William Dufris, and Chief Harms by Garrick Hagan. It was narrated by John Chancer. Other roles were played by the Story Circle Company. The Witness was adapted by Garrick Hagan, and the music and studio production were by John Mayfield. It was directed by William Dufris. The Witness was a Story Circle production for Scholastic Publications Limited.